Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host once again, Lester Zoom Headley. The title of this one is a reflection. We're having reflection on the Soccer World Cup, okay, and the aftermath of what FIFA was trying to accomplish, have accomplished, and the great news. Now, look, the good players, we have seen many of them. We have seen future players, okay? And look, when we look back, we have to move forward from saying Lionel Messi and Ronaldo. There are other outstanding, great players out there. Now look, on reflection, let's look at Lionel Messi. He is the first player ever to miss 2 penalties in the same World Cup. After looking and having reflection of him, he is the only stand-up player that was aided by some questionable referee calls. That's the honest truth. We must have reflection and we must be honest in our reflection. Okay? Again, Argentina. They are the first ever team to fail to have a single shot at the goal in 90 minutes in a World Cup final. That's a fact. That's a fact of life. Again, another one. Argentina. Oh, what a total disgrace. With antics, falsifying fouls and tripping to the ground. And the disgraceful showing after the final whistle, fighting and shoving and pushing the opposition players, the Spanish players. That was not nice. On reflection, that is an ugly. Just because Argentina wanted to win the World Cup. Everybody wants to win, but doesn't mean that we must behave in such disgraceful manner. This is a reflection. You asked me for it, so I'm giving you 2 discourses today. Argentina has also committed more fouls, that's the truth, than any other playing team in the 2026 World Cup finals. 88 in all. They committed 88 in all. That's a lot. That's plenty. You know, they should have been more yellow cards, more caution, more whistleblowing towards this nonsense that they were doing. They really, really did not live up to the billing. You have some disgraceful reflections and images that we can associate with the Argentine football team. Then again, it always seemed like the referee constantly and willingly, knowingly aided and abetted them all in those many ugly plays. That's the truth. The refereeing was a bit one-sided, lopsided when it came to Argentine players and their ways of playing. Just go back and take a look, of course, at the game against Egypt. That was poor. That was poor refereeing, because I think that they were taking the sides of Argentina because they were heavily favored to win the team. As I stated in my other podcast, I simply don't hail for Argentina. Simply because I know that they do have black players in their country worth selections. And if you listen to other footballers say when they go to play in Argentina, how people make these noises, demeaning, disgraceful noises, it tells you that they're a bit prejudiced. Although in one of my discourse, I like Messi. I like him as a player. But I don't like the Argentina side because of their ways and the way they play and the reflection. No, I can't support such ugly. But you like Messi. Yes, he plays some ugly things too. But I like his plays and his talent. And that's what I'm talking about, okay? I think that Argentina too is a bit highly racist in their behavior and their practice, okay? They need to play some more people of color. Get away from that old disgraceful way of living and thinking. Those days, I know, those days are not gone. They're still there. But you would think that a professional sporting team would have led the way when they have reflection on what we went through with South Africa in the apartheid system. They're still, I think, I know, and I'm saying it loud, that Argentina is still one of the most racist of all sporting teams in the world today. Okay, they're rude with gestures and racist content as well. They remind me of apartheid South Africa back in those horrible days. There's nothing good about those days. Horrible days, okay? People actually in the Caribbean either hail for Brazil and Argentina first. Brazil and Argentina first. Me? No. I hail a bit different. I hail a bit different, okay? I hail a bit different. Nothing wrong with hailing for Brazil and Argentina first and second. No, nothing wrong. That's not what I'm getting at. Everybody to their own. Everybody to their own. However, I love, as I said to you, the playmaker in Messi, his ability and his goal and his assist. I like that. He's a good skilled player as well. Okay? But his following and his tripping antics and hitting the ground, I still don't overlook that. That isn't ugly. That isn't ugly. So I'm being balanced, fair in my discourse. And yes, all the teams had their various ups and downs. Okay, their displeasure, their moments, the calls against them, they did. But when we look at it, we can see that the Soccer World Cup game was fantastic. It was super. It was good, But I am fair and I'm balanced in my discourses with Argentina and the World Cup. I'm going to bring you a second one because I was away and people keep writing asking me what is my final reflection. So that's one. I'm going to bring a second one for you right now. So until then, keep an open mind. You don't have to agree with everything I'm saying. No, you don't. I'm not expert. I'm just sitting down in the chair and I'm voicing my opinion. But I look at it, I give the facts, I declare my hand. But I think that the World Cup was a great success. It was a great success. Thanks to America, thanks to Canada, thanks to Mexico. They did a fantastic and most excellent job. Nothing to do with the refereeing, nothing to do with the way the people play. The stadiums were filled. It was electrifying. Okay? It's great. It's the greatest sporting event on Earth, on planet Earth. So just stay tuned. Keep an open mind and stay tuned for the second discourse. Thank you so very much for listening this afternoon. Thank you. Sorry that it took so long. Sorry.